Hey guys, it's Mrs. C. Again, I wanted to give you an example of those steps of model drawing that I just showed you so that you know how to work out a word problem. Now this is a really simple word problem, but I want to make sure that I give you an example that will help you, okay? So step one of model drawing says read our problem. So our problem is the same one that I got from your CMAP lesson for day 4, so that if you want to use that in your book, you can. If you've done it already, you can go back and look at it, or you can pull it out if you want. Okay, so step one, read the problem. Remember, read the problem. So the park has 10 seesaws. Each seesaw can hold 2 children. How many children can play on the seesaw at once? Well, the first thing before I even do anything is I'm a mathematician and I have to use my brain, so I have to go and identify the numbers that are important. It might be in number form or it might be in word form, but I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to circle those because I want to make sure that I pay attention to the key information. So that's one big thing I'm going to do first. Okay? So step one is I just read it. Step two, I'm going to rewrite my question. So I'm going to underline my question because there's my question. How do I know that's a question? Kiesha probably knows. It's because I have a question mark. That's why that's the question it's asking me. So it says how many children can play on the seesaw at once. So I'm going to say down here, blank or children, because I don't know how many children can play on the, it's a little crooked because it's hard to write, seesaw at once. Because I don't know how many, but I'm going to check. Okay, so that's step two. So step one, we read our problem. Step two, we rewrote our question in the form of an answer statement. So how many children can play on the seesaw at once? Children can play on the seesaw at once. We have to figure out that. How many children is what we're looking for. So step three is who and what are we talking about? Who are we talking about? We're talking about what? Children, okay? And how many can play on that seesaw at once? So we're talking about the children and the children's seesaws. Now, that's what you write on the side, the who and the what. Then I want you to draw a line because I want you this to be your workspace, okay? So that's step three, the who and the what. Step four, we're going to draw our unit bar. So I'm just going to make a big rectangle. Okay? It's a little crooked because I'm sideways, but that's okay. Step four is my unit bar. Remember I said draw your unit bar. Step five, we're going to chunk this. We have to decide how we're going to break it up. Well, we need to figure out what we have. The park has how many seesaws? 10 seesaws. So that means I need to break this up into 10. So I'm going to break it in half, okay? And what is half of 10? 5 and 5. So I need to do one less line than for what I want. So if I want 5 sections, I draw 4 lines. Equal parts as best I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I label just to make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got 10 sections. They're not perfectly equal because I'm sideways. All right, so I've done that. So check that off. I now have my 10 seesaws represented here, my groups. Each of these can hold how many? Go ahead, Matthew. What do you think? That's right, 2 each. So I'm going to put in here 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, because each of them can hold 2. So basically now I'm doing repeated addition. So I just showed you how I can chunk it, which I did, and I'm computing now. I can decide if I want to just count by 2s. Okay, it's the same thing as if I said 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. It's so tiring. Plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. You'll learn later on that all those are the same thing as later as 2 groups in 10 sets. So we have 10 groups rather, and 2 in each, which would be the same as 20. So we can add on and say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, which we should have learned last year. So now we know our answer is 20. We found a different way to compute. But this lets us see 10 sections that each have 2, and that helps a lot of kids to learn how to do those groups. If you're learning still, you could also say in each one, that you have groups like this. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 more. 2, 2, and 2. It's the same basic thing. But we really want to get to numbers and not necessarily doing those little drawings all the time if we don't have to, because it'll help you later on in the year. But then what's the last thing I need to do after I've computed? Now I have to write my answer back in my answer statement. So we know that a total of 20 children can play on the seesaw at one time. Okay, I hope that helped. We'll try to work on some more problems and I'll send some more to you later, but I want you to start doing this because you're going to find out that it's really going to help you to solve a lot of different math problems, and I want you to be super mathematicians. That's right. Super, 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 because you're super. Okay, go practice your steps in model drawing. Love you. Bye.